the local government areas of Ondo State. He's been to many local governments, but this time let's check his visit to Ondo West local government, and when we return, we'll delve into the issues proper. Please stay with us. I'll be right back.
As people of Ondo West local government area of Ondo received Governor that was promulgated for April 20th. Victor of the team Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa, who thanked people of the council area and party faithful for the warm reception and solidarity, urged them not to waver. Obakila, who appreciated the governor for his dedication to the state and better the lives of inhabitants, praised success in all endeavors.
The University of Medical Sciences, was 250 million
The governor and his team later visited the Robert Ware Hall to meet minds with party faithful, including leaders and supporters. Some leaders of the party in the council area, including federal lawmaker Abiola Makinde, member of the State Executive Council Lola Fagbemi, APC chieftain Bola Ilori, and former ESCO member Jibayo Adeyeye, applauded the strides of the governor and drummed more support of the people for him.
Our leaders,
Governor Aiyedatiwa, who thanked the people for the show of love, promised not to betray their trust. He urged members of the party to unite and exercise their franchise fast approaching governorship primary election.
What I've come to do is to formally present myself once again to you, because you know me already. Even during the time I was deputy governor, you were all praying for me, so that by the policy I have started that day. Due to your prayers and your support. Now, on Saturday, come openly what you support. the higher level by coming out with the membership card, paramedical in Iron Act for your voters. All the membership card, only members of the that vote on Saturday. It is not the election, primary election.
The governor again restated his commitments and dedication to prosper the state and the people.
All right, welcome back, everyone. It's still countdown to Ondo Apc primary election. Those were sights and sounds from the visit of Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa to Ondo West local government as part of efforts to meet minds with members of the All Progressives Congress APC in the local government areas build up to Saturday's shadow election. Once again, thank you so much, Alan Shawari, for being with me on the program.
Thank you. Thank you.
They call you Leonard. Leonard.
Colleague, yes.
But then, I think I should also call myself a Leonard colleague since we are putting on suit together.
You're educated.
I'm educated. I'm not learned. Is that where you're coming from?
Yeah.
All right, then. Let's go into this issue. 16 people just for the ticket of the APC in Ondo State. What does that really speak of the state of unity, the state of the state of oneness in the All Progressives Congress APC? Doesn't it look like too many cooks will spoil the broth?
Thank you very much for that beautiful questions. All of that goes into the fact that the ruling party is seen as the ultimate. Goes into the fact that the ruling party is popular, acceptable. So it is democracy, and the more, the merrier. But let me quickly add that 16 people can be subdivided into perhaps 2 or 3. The contender and the pretenders.
How do you mean?
If you follow very well, you know that there were about 20, very close to the time they will obtain form, like 2 or 3. Stand down or just disappear into the team here. They never obtain form. Out of these 16 now that actually obtain form, majority of them, if I may say, they just want to participate. So we have maybe 4 or 5.
Will someone put out millions of naira just to participate?
The secret of it is that there are plans by some of the money back who have given money to some other people to obtain form. So when it is 2-3 days to the election, they will say, I stand down. So we have been in the system for.
Who could these money bags be?
There are people who can buy form for 2 or 3 people among the contestants. So it's interesting that the people who are contesting this particular time in the history of Ondo State are people who has the means. So you can't take it away from them that part of their plans is to advance some level of financial assistance to some of who are called the less privileged contester to obtain for, so that it will look like they are gaining support. So you will see it playing out soon. 16
people, you
5
categorize
serious
them as those who are
contenders.
Really, I don't want to use your word because honestly speaking, those are your words. But my question is, apart from incumbency, does Lucky Aiyedatiwa really stand any chance?
Thank you very much. It is not only incumbency. Lucky Aiyedatiwa has what is called cognitive experience, having been a member of representing Ondo State on the board of NDDC. That's one of the major Development Commission in the sub-region. I represented well, having been deputy governor of the state for close to 3 years, having been acting governor in various times, and now the governor. He has the cognate experience, the exact experience that is required. So that he has above any one of them. Majority of them are eminently qualified, I must give it to them. But we are talking about cognate experience.
Cognate experience?
Yes.
Are you saying that other contestants who have one time or the other been maybe member of House of Representatives, maybe leader of one thing or the other in your party, or representing the people,
that's exactly what I'm saying.
Are they not also experienced?
Government has 3 arms. There are 3 arms of government. You have the executive, the legislature, and the judiciary. If somebody is a senator or a member of House of Assembly or House of Rep, he has experience in the legislative arms of government. It's different from the executive arm of government. So in all of them, it's only Lucky that has the executive experience in the executive arm of government. I forget that the office of a governor or the governor is the chief executive of a state. So if you bring in somebody who has legislative experience or experience in the legislative arm of government, it's going to take him a while to now understand. You know, in the legislative arm of government, this is where you make laws, then you try to do check and balance of the executive. So their experience is strictly or sometimes is limited to that. But the executive arm of government, this is where you execute. This is where you have to assert your authority. This is where you have to display empathy, because the excessive use of power too is not good for the people. So majority of them don't have this experience. That's why I use the word cognitive, the exact experience. Yeah, Lucky has above all of them.
Well, many have also been talking about this right of first refusal, and for many people it does not really go down well. They are saying that why should it be a right to first refusal? Power is not given a la carte. You agree with me to that effect? So then, is it really popular within the rank and file of the APC to so much to really getting votes come Saturday?
Yes, the right of fair refusal, fortunately, is legal terms. And let me simplify it. It's like, oh, there's a man who is already living in a house, maybe on rentage, and now you want to sell the house. That principle, that concept, saying, consult that man first if he will buy the house, so that he will just continue. Give him that right to buy first. If he now turns it down, then you can tell other people that this house is up for sale. So he has that right, and that right is not even something that you can take away from him. It's part of the package. It is follow-come in the Nigeria balance. So it comes with the office. So in the advertisements or the vacancy of the office of a governor, the person who is occupying it has the right of fair refusal. Say, consult him first. So it's behold the party to say, will you rather run? Isn't
it strange to democratic tenets?
It is not strange. It's done all over the world. Even in the US, where you have developed democracy, people who are incumbent, they have this advantage over others. So it's not something that can be taken away from him. He has it already, and it's going to work for him. Is the person who is already on the seat, and those who want to unseat him may have to double the effort before they will seat him. So for him, he just need to do little, because already he has the power of incumbency, and that is what you see when the president came the other time visiting for the condolence of the family of the late governor. It was the governor who organized his visit. He coordinated it. He did it very well. And yeah, those of the people who were aspiring, they were like asking questions. How come we're not allowed to see the president? How will you see the president? The visit of the president is decided by the governor. His security, the welfare of the president. So you can't see the president. It is the governor.
Are you confirming that they were fenced off from seeing the president?
No, I'm telling you what is called protocol.
So protocol fenced them out?
Yeah, the security of the president is paramount to the governor.
Let's come back to the issue. We will track this matter or touch this matter at any other time. So let's focus on the matter with us. Lucky Rimsai, who has been to more than 5-6 local governments already, trying to meet minds with members of the All Progressives Congress APC in those local government areas. You find crowds welcome as per the local government areas, and the question remains that do these crowds really translate to vote on Saturday? This is financial of the must be a financial member of the APC to participate in this direct primary. So then, these crowds, do they really mean anything?
Thank you. I've been on the train of the governor's campaign, and I noticed that his own campaign is more than carrying crowd. The first thing is that there is a medical team that will be mobile medical team attending to people who are waiting for the governor, check their vitals, their blood pressure, their sugar level. So it's a kind of service. So it comes with this arrangement to attend
outreach.
Yes,
when
the governor.
Oh, really?
The second one is that don't forget that he was a deputy governor, so I was in charge of the traditional arrangement in the state. So he has a link with the traditional leaders of the community. So before he go to attend to the party member, he will go and visit the traditional ruler, so to seek for their blessing and the talk development of their community. So these two features distinguish between the campaign trail of the governor from the other aspirant. Is part of what I'll be telling you, that this is a man who has the experience. So it is not crowd. It is the people, the stakeholder. His own visit brings together the critical stakeholder of our community, of the party, because even the party executive has to be in attendance. The governor is coming, the chief executive of the state. So all these critical stakeholder has to converge for the visit of the Mr. Governor. So it's different from those who go to the market and gather people.
So the governor does not gather people?
I'm saying that it is not.
I understand. I'm just
not just.
If he also does not gather people.
It's not just people.
Okay.
Critical stakeholder.
And those who attend to other aspirants are not critical stakeholders?
We're talking about the community leaders, the party structure, then those who are in charge of the welfare of the state. They gather and say, oh, Mr. Governor is coming. So it's different from somebody who just announced that he's coming and the community people just, oh, he's coming, let us gather crowd.
Does that put Lucky that you are on an undue advantage or a due advantage?
It is not undue, it is due, because sometimes it's part of what I just told you. When the governor is moving, it is state assignment. Even for the KBAC, the traditional ruler, you give honor to whom or no, it's due. Imagine how will it be that the governor is in one local government and the KBAC is found missing, or the chairman of the party is found missing. That could be somehow disrespectful. So even the governor himself, is his own state assignment to ensure that the traditional rulers, the people, the community leader, the critical stakeholder of the party are given their own place, the rightful place in his own government. And as part of what is standing out, this inclusive, his government is trying to bring everybody together and ensure that nobody is left out, particularly within the party.
I'm staying with this matter because you find crowds with aspirant A, B, C, D, all to Z, and you find almost these same people coming out to say they're welcoming all of these aspirants. How do you want to share this crowd? That's
why I was laying emphasis on the critical stakeholder, and perhaps I should break it down to you. In the convoy or the campaign trail of the governor, you see the hierarchy, the leadership of the party from national. You see the people who have called themselves the aborigine. or you may want to say the owners of the party, the likes of Senator Ajayi Boroface.
The owners of the party?
Yes, the
are they owners of the party?
The Shola IG of this world. Yes, they are owner of this party. Don't forget that when APC came to be in 2014, it was the amalgamation of 3 or 4 major political parties. The then ACN, the CPC in the north, the ABGA in the southeast, and part of the PDP that pulled out.
Does the membership of Shola IG, former ambassador, does membership of former Senator Ajayi Boroface preclude or forecloses your membership? You just joined the APC recently.
Of course, they enjoy some kind of privilege I may not be enjoying. I'm still battling.
So that makes them.
Let me tell you, even if I want to pay annual due, I joined perhaps 2-3 months. Even if I want to pay my annual dues, perhaps it has not come. Even if I want to do party registration, perhaps the time has not come. So I have to do my registration at the world level, to local government level, then they take it to national. It takes time. Can you now compare me with somebody who has a membership intact? Can you now compare me with somebody who has paid annual due for 10 years, for 15 years?
Does that mean you won't be able to vote come Saturday?
It's possible that I will not be able to vote. And that's the reality.
Validate your
yes, that's the reality. They say in the Christendom that you can be a member of the church, but today, but you may not be able to access the altar. Even in the church.
So then, let's continue with this conversation, especially looking at what will be the fate of the APC if it says it's going for Lucky Aiyedatiwa as its candidate come Saturday, if the party elects him as the candidate. Does it really possess those attributes that will make him a good material for the APC in the forthcoming governorship election come November?
Of course, in all of them, I'm very close, and majority of them I've even spoken with them or met with them personally. Lucky is one of the best for the party.
One of the best.
Yes, it's going to be one of the best for the party. It's somebody who has this calmness that is required to administer a state. It's not somebody who is lousy, It's somebody who has empathy, and that's what you need to administer a state. Can you compare yourself or put yourself in the position of the poorest person in the community? Can you put yourself in the position of a pregnant woman that wants to access health care? Can you put yourself in the position of a man who has 3 children and they have to go to tertiary institution, and yet his salary is hanging in the balance? That empathy, he has it. It's quite, how will I put it, committed to the development of the state. If you look at his background in 100 days, how he has been able to reactivate and continue with the projects and programs of the immediate past and the past government. And I'll put it practically. For instance, the shuttle bus was introduced by Dr. Mimiko. It was a little bit down during Aketi. Lucky has activated that. Some of the laudable projects left by Aketi, the monumental bridge across the Benin-Lesha Road, going to Rese Road, work has continued on stop. The Joka Road, and many more. The payment of gratuity of retired people, the payment of wage award for workers, payment of the offset of 6 months salary of workers of Rufus Giwa Polytechnic, the allocation of 1 billion naira for infrastructure in University of Medical Sciences in Ondo and Adekunle Ajasi University, and the employment of people into health sector and the advertisement to recruit 1,000 teachers in the primary and perhaps additional 1 teacher in 1,000 in the secondary schools. Or do you see that, it's committed to the ideas of the state, the ideas of our forefather, the late sage, Ajasi. So those are the
let me quickly use your words. Lucky is one of the best for the state.
Yes.
So if not Lucky, who are the others?
You see,
this is one of the best.
Yes, let me tell you, we just have to be kind to all of them.
Of course,
all of them.
We have 16 of them.
Yes.
How many of them are you pinpointing?
We can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that are qualified, competent to administer this state without shaking. You know, so I will not say Lucky is the only. No. After Lucky, you still have other people,
such as
the likes of Olushola, the likes of General Ohuyeye, that retired general who has dedicated his entire life for the development of and the protection of for territorial integrity of this country. They are all eminently qualified. They are qualified.
Now, apart from all of these credentials you've reeled off about, Lucky Ayédàtiwa, does he enjoy good relationship with the state leadership of the APC?
Of course. Having been deputy governor for 3 years, having been acting governor and now the governor, he enjoys tremendous relationship with the leadership of the party in the state, even in the local government, and even in the world.
Apart from being governor, who, you know, in the party structure they will say is the leader of the party in the state, apart from that, does he really have good relationship with the party?
See, let me tell you, a lot of people don't know. Look at that, he has contested to be member of House of Rep before. He has contested to be senator. So, you know, all of this position requires that you relate with the leadership of the party, you relate with the delegates, you relate with the people. So somebody has contested 1, 2, 3 for the third time, became the deputy governor. He became acting. I have been in meetings with him, you know, interacting with the leadership of the world executive to the local government and the state. I've seen him interacting with even the national executive of the party. So it's somebody who enjoys a good relationship as an aboriginal member of that party.
Many people are not happy with this concept aborigine, and many people feel that it's foreclosing the influence and the weight that these other people would have in the party. In fact, the party in the state came up with a statement. You saw that statement, right? Saying that don't polarize our party. Talking about this issue of aborigine or no aborigine, that the party must maintain its cohesion. Isn't this going to be something that
people must not run away from reality. You know, there are a lot of groups or organization within the party. So for me, even during the presidential campaign, you have Bola Tinubu media team. You have Bola Tinubu women advocate. You have Bola Tinubu diaspora. All of that is like the more the merrier. You know, saying people say, "Oh, we are diaspora supporter of APC." Because of that, it's polar. No, they are just saying that, "Oh, we are APC, but we base outside Nigeria. We are proud that we base outside Nigeria." So people come together and say we are media team of Bola Tinubu. Does not mean that the other people are not intelligent, but they are just saying that apart from being a member, we have other thing value that we can add, that we are specialists, we are media team, and that is our area. So we have people say they are medical team. Bola Tinubu medical team or Lucky Ayédàtiwa medical team. You now say because they say they are medical team, you want to be dragged? No. But these people say, "Oh, we are aboriginal." You know that we have no place to go. If you want to join them, all you need to do is just ask them, how do you become aboriginal? They will tell you. You have to be consistent. You have to be permanent. You have to be like, you just resign your fate and say, "Oh, this is like root. Come rain, come sunshine, I'm not going to leave the party." You become aboriginal.
It's the second biblical allusion I'm getting from you today. Maybe you're also going on to the altar very soon. Okay, let me quickly go on this break and let's have some of the sights and sounds from Governor Lucky Ayédàtiwa's visit to Odigbo local government. And then when we return, we'll continue this conversation and then taking it to yet another level when we return. Please stay with us, everyone. We'll be right back.
It is day 4 of the local government tour by Governor Lucky Ayédàtiwa ahead of this weekend's governorship shadow election of the ruling All Progressives Congress APC. The governor and his team were welcomed to Odigbo local government area with excitement by residents of the council area. At the palace of Orunja of Odigbo, the governor appreciated the traditional rulers and the people while highlighting his achievements in office.
Orunja, Odigbo àti gbogbo àwọn ọba tó wà ní Odigbo local government. Kò tán bẹ́ẹ̀ náà, about a week and a half, gbogbo àwọn ọba tó wà ní level kejì, all the grade B and grade C, under the umbrella of 130 crowns in Ondo State, under the leadership of the Moluku of Apc. They came with their large number. They were going to yellow. I will not read one part of the Kabisi wa who should be more. One part of the people. I that you are practice. You want anything else? You want anything?
The Orunja, Oba Rufus Akinrimade, who applauded the governor for his vision to better the state, prayed for his success at the primary and general polls.
100% support to our president. Gbogbo ọba ní Odigbo local government àdúró tì mí, àdè support mi. Wọ́n dẹ̀ fi àsìkò ìdúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ deputy governor àti gbogbo àwọn tó ń tẹ̀lé mi. Ẹ ti ń ṣe bọ̀ ọjọ́ pẹ́. Ní ìgbà tí bẹ̀rẹ̀ kankan lọ́wọ́ yín. A mọ̀ pé Ọlọ́run ló rán yín.
The next port of call for the governor and his team was the mega primary school in Ore, where thousands of party faithful were on ground to receive the #1 citizen. The governor thanked the people and stressed the need for more commitment to grow the party and the state.
Ètò ìdìbò tó ń bọ̀ ní ọjọ́ Sátọ̀dé, mo mọ̀ pé torí ẹni ṣe jáde tẹ́ ẹ̀kọ́ báyìí, ẹ̀ ṣe mo mọ̀ pé ẹ̀kọ́ jù báyìí lọ níjọ́ Sátọ̀dé. Ṣé mo ní pé ìbò ti Sátọ̀dé kò ń ṣe ìjọba tẹ̀sójú ẹ̀. Eléyìí ẹ máa tò ní ẹ tò ẹ wá máa sọ pé ó dà tiwa ó dìrọ̀.
The event was also used to receive the former Deputy Speaker of the State House of Assembly, Ogundeji Iroju, and hundreds of his supporters from the PDP to the APC, while some members of Labour Party also joined the ruling party.
Welcome back, everyone. It's still a countdown to Ondo Apc primary election in Ondo State, and still very much with me is legal practitioner Alan Shiwere. Thank you so much for still being with me on this program. Now, so many endorsements you find from here and there, and many are also really bothered, especially with the way and manner you find endorsements from certain groups. You also talked about traditional rulers talking about look at it does it drag the traditional institution into politics? What does it speak of the person of Ayedatua, whether or not were they coerced, or what's really propelled their endorsement?
Yeah, when you use the word endorsement, it means acceptance. But let me answer your question directly. You know, when you get endorsement from traditional ruler, were they coerce? Are you dragging them into politics? The Yoruba word for government is Ijoba. And what does it translate to? It's a place where traditional rulers worship. Ijoba means the church of the Obas. That's why the Yoruba call it Ijoba. It is where traditional rulers worship. That's their own church. Yes. So it's a substructure. It's unfortunate that Africans, we don't value our own culture. Government is taken from the traditional institution of the Yoruba people. The Kabiyesi is seen as the chief executive, and he has his chiefs who form the legislative, and perhaps one or two people who form some kind of judiciary, those who are knowledgeable, who gives the Kabiyesi. So it is from the traditional arrangement that the government is taking. So now you have a government which is the superstructure, and the substructure are the traditional institute, who already exist in each of the community. You have the traditional ruler who is the leader of that community, who are responsible to the government. So now you say you are a governor. So where is the place of the community? How do you relate with the community without assessing their head? So it's for people who understand how society works that we know that, in effective governance, identify the leader of the existing community, just incorporate them, and you have easy sale. So now you want to assess the community, you have to pay homage to the head. I say, Kabiyesi, I'm here. It will tell you the secret, how the society, the community works, where not to go, where not to step, what not to say. And by the time you respect their tradition, their do's and don'ts, then you are welcome. So they give you advice. Then you now get what is called needs assessment. What they need. Is it road? Because you cannot just impose your project on the people. But when you communicate with the head, they will tell you what they need. And by the time you meet their need, then you are good to go. So that is where the issue of the traditional rulers come.
Will
so
the endorsement matter on Saturday?
It matters.
How?
The traditional ruler has wives. Traditional ruler, they have children. So their children can be active member of the party. Their children can be stakeholder of the party. Some of them, they have the best hand, professionals.
That's a probability.
No. You hardly can see a traditional ruler in Ondo State who don't have children, who are graduates, who are medical doctors, who are active politicians.
I insist it's a probability. There's also the probability that they are members of other political parties.
Of course. Now, you now meet a Kabiyesi. For me, for instance, my father has 70 children. Some of us are in APC, some of us are in PDP. My other brother is the presidential candidate of the AAC. So imagine my father were to be alive and is traditional ruler, and somebody comes to him and say, "Oh, I'm here seeking for your support." So after he will have left, my father will say, "Okay, for some of you who are member of APC, this is my preferred candidate. This is his project. You may want to work with him." So that is where the influence comes. And you want to respect the influence of your dad, isn't it? So that's how it is.
If Aiyedatiwa wins the primary election, does he have the charisma to unite the party, especially vis-a-vis the aftermath of the shadow election?
Yeah, from his antecedent. You know, when he became the governor on the 27th of December last year, there was some kind of apprehension, anxiety. Will he sack the people that serve with Akiti? Will he send them away? Is he going to embrace a new structure entirely? So there was that apprehension. But from his activity, his action, you have seen that he has practically brought together all the people that work with Akiti. Even some people who work even in the past regime, all the commissioners, all of them have worked with Akiti before. So now he's bringing them together to say, look, we are continuing. He has said it severally, that I am the first legacy of Akiti, being the deputy. I told us even some prophecy that Aketi told him. So he's a person, in fact, who has the capacity to bring everybody together, and that's what he has done with the new list of commissioner that he has released.
Ọ̀nà lọ́rọ̀ bá ti ẹ̀yìn ẹ̀ èjú bá jà o ọ̀nà lọ́rọ̀ bá ti ṣe tiẹ̀ èjú bá jà o. Èràbé má bá jà o má bá bínú ọ̀nà lọ́rọ̀ bá ti ẹ̀yìn ẹ̀ èjú bá jà o ọ̀nà lọ́rọ̀ bá ti ṣe tiẹ̀ èjú bá jà o.
Chief executive, he has his chiefs who form the legislative, and perhaps one or two people who form some kind of judiciary, those who are knowledgeable, who gives the cabinet. So it is from the traditional arrangement that the government is taking. So now you have a government which is the superstructure, and the substructure are the traditional institute who already exist in each of the community. You have the traditional ruler who is the leader of that community, who are responsible to
ọ̀nà lọ́rọ̀ bá ti ẹ̀yìn ẹ̀ èjú bá jà o ọ̀nà lọ́rọ̀ bá ti ṣe tiẹ̀ èjú bá jà o. Èràbé má bá jà o má bá bínú ọ̀nà lọ́rọ̀ bá ti ẹ̀yìn ẹ̀ èjú bá jà o ọ̀nà lọ́rọ̀ bá ti ṣe tiẹ̀ èjú bá jà o.
look, we are continuing. He has said it severally that I am the first legacy of Aketi, being the deputy. I told us even some prophecy that Aketi told him. So he's a person, in fact, who has the capacity to bring everybody together, and that's what he has done with the new list of commissioner that he has released.
ọ̀nà lọ́rọ̀ bá ti ẹ̀yìn ẹ̀ èjú bá jà o ọ̀nà lọ́rọ̀ bá ti ṣe tiẹ̀ èjú bá jà o. Èràbé má bá jà o má bá bínú ọ̀nà lọ́rọ̀ bá ti ẹ̀yìn ẹ̀ èjú bá jà o ọ̀nà lọ́rọ̀ bá ti ṣe tiẹ̀ èjú bá jà o.
Are you willing to give your children the right legacy, the master key to open door that will lead to a brighter future through education? Look no further. Bon Air International School is the right place for you. A newly established school set out to ignite